My name is Darren Gerdes, and this is the Daily Brief. So, Ukraine has taken 394,270 Russians off the battlefield. If you do some quick math, at about 800 or so a day, tomorrow is Sunday, February 11th. By the following Sunday, they should have already crossed over the 400,000 threshold. That's 10 days before the 2-year anniversary. It's just astounding what has been going on in Ukraine. Okay, I saw this on Twitter. Representative Anna Paulina Luna has drafted the SCHUMER Act. Senators can help underpin military engagement and readiness. The proposed bill aims to mandate that members of Congress who support military aid to Ukraine must themselves serve on the front lines of the conflict. Of course, that'll go nowhere. This is a publicity stunt. She is a veteran, and God bless her for having been a veteran, but this is shameful using her veteran status to say, see, you shouldn't be doing that. They're not sending our children to the front by supporting Ukraine. So it just doesn't even make sense. And this is a legit news story. Here we are in Florida's Voice. This is the representative, and yep, that's exactly what's going on. Nothing will come of it. It's just a PR stunt, so don't worry about that. Ukraine unlikely to have caused explosions at Russian missile factory, according to British intelligence. I read this article. It pointed us over to the intelligence update, and they said, yeah, that explosion just a couple of days ago on February 7th, it doesn't look like it was a Ukrainian drone. Now, how they got there, maybe it was special forces or something along those lines. That could have been, but it also could be, there's a realistic possibility that the explosion is due to negligent handling and storing of highly volatile, combustible, and explosive materials. Sometimes it is a careless cigarette or some equivalent. Additionally, senior political pressure to increase industrial output targets to support the war in Ukraine has likely led to round-the-clock production and staff fatigue. This is the fifth, at least the fifth, unexplained military-industrial factory explosion in 4 months. Sometimes they're just handing you victories. Okay, Germany's Chancellor Scholz was visiting the White House to discuss stalled Ukraine aid. And now he was bringing some perspective, including that Germany is delivering another, what was it, $7 billion or something, despite the German economic difficulties that they're having. The problem is he's preaching to the choir here. What he really needs to do is be able to get in front of people that he can convince that are on the fence, and I don't see that was happening. Okay, final story. Apparently, Dmitry Medvedev really doesn't like Alexander Syrskyi. Here's the headline in Pravda, so take it with a grain of salt. With Syrskyi as new commander, Zaluzhny may lead a military coup in Ukraine. Probably not. I can't see any scenario where that happens. Medvedev said that he could only feel hatred, contempt, and disgust. In this connection, I feel disgust for a man who used to be a Soviet-Russian officer but became a Bandera traitor who violated the oath and serves the Nazis and destroys his relatives, Dmitry Medvedev said. Okay, so the background of that is Syrskyi was born in 1965 in the Vladimir region of Russia, so he's actually a Russian native. He graduated from Moscow Combined Arms Command School, and in 2000, now after the Soviet Union collapsed, he became Ukrainian, lived in Ukraine, and then in 2013 he served as first deputy chief of the main command center in the armed forces of Ukraine. 2014 he became the chief of staff in the anti-terrorist operation in Donbass. 2019 appointed commander of the ground forces in the Ukrainian armed forces. Now, he also, and they're talking about Syrskyi is known as a butcher, apparently there's a nickname, and I don't know how true this is. Again, it's coming from Pravda, but I read it in The Guardian and other places as well. Due to large losses that Ukrainian troops suffered under Syrskyi's command, soldiers nicknamed him as Butcher and General 200. 200 refers to the term Cargo 200, which means a dead body, somebody who has been killed. Again, take this with a grain of salt because it's Pravda, but Syrskyi is going to really need to figure out how to balance that. Men know that he cares for their well-being as well as that he needs to accomplish the mission. All right, that's all that I have right now. Thank you for your time, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and the coffees, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.